All right. So, let's see. At the end of the last formal session, we had you guys starting on an extended rest. We've had a couple of kind of just ad hoc sessions. Who wants to summarize for Kuzco what happened last week?
Cool. We met with the Commodore with the pirates. We took the more personal route to ensure her health by both Persistence and Aerith and Minx being true comrades and just betting her all night into the morning, past into the morning. Aerith apparently taking it upon her sworn duty to try to embarrass Jacques or something to death and ruin the whole uh, rebellion through that. Yeah, that was the big thing. That was it.
Hmm.
Drugs were involved, drinks, all
Mhm.
of that.
So a very fun extended rest. And so now you guys are planning on heading to Vileplanche to meet with the mayor there. You had previously uh, gotten some intelligence that they might be interested in supporting your rebellion, uh, and they sent you a letter during your extended rest, uh, giving you a little bit of information that the Count of Montalban had passed through on his way to Bateau a few days ago, in light of recent developments. Recent developments being your takeover of Kaime. Um, and again, reminding you that they're interested in discussing the future of the area and what role everybody wants to play in it. Um, so, what are you guys doing? You've officially finished your extended rest. Your power dice have recharged. Hmm. 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 Yeah, I mean, you got the whole town of Kaime's resources at this point and the surrounding area, so you have plenty of horses to draw from. Uh, um, yeah, so the Necrocrestrians are actually Cusco's idea, uh,
Mhm.
where he messaged me with a random thought, and he was like, "Hey, you know how like rich people in real life have like fancy cars and breed horses because they're bored and they compete with each other? Well, wouldn't it be interesting if the Alvarez nobility did that, but instead of cars because they don't have cars, or horses because that's boring, they did that with like undead mounts, and so that's what the Necroequestrians are. Is they're basically the elite of the empire, uh, have their necromancers that they patronize who come there with their creations to run them through their trials.
So if you think about the undead, like the Nehekar and stuff, and the War Sphinxes, and all like the crazy creations in Warhammer. So just imagine necromancers being paid to create people elaborate, ridiculous construct undead mounts because
Hmm.
they're rich and they want to show off their status.
Yeah. Yes. It would definitely set you out as higher status. If like somebody who sees you is going to assume that uh you that you are somebody. Uh, mhm, mhm, right.
Yep.
Mhm. The Sunbreakers, right? Um, yeah, I think I wrote it down in my notes
Knights
here.
wasn't it Knights of the because Sunbreaker is my guy from the other campaign.
But where is it? Did I put under? Uh, did I put it under ideas for persistence? Maybe it was down here. Knights of the Broken Sun is what you called them. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and just like make up your cover and like mhm. I meant like out of character. You can come up with like a noble house or history or something that you're trying to imitate. So I'm guessing based on the name of the that it's you're gonna say you're from the South, right? The Southern colonies. Okay.
I was gonna say for humor, you could just use the Dumont family. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of them are. And I've actively used that crest in my lifetime. Oh, let me think who would be best for this that wouldn't show up in the middle of things. Use Justine. She's my second aunt, and she's never leaves home. Well, that's true. Um, he just starts chuckling.
You said second aunt.
Yes. Oh, geez, you're just gonna start flushing out the family.
Okay. Justine Dumont
Alright.
has been officially added to House Dumont in my notes.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I've got a good name for it.
Don't
Well,
worry,
I mean,
guys.
even better.
Dragons are
This is
coming.
all of you guys can make up characters and drop them in. Like that's the great thing about D&D is it's a creative exercise for you as well.
How many brothers did she sleep with again? It's quite a few.
Yes.
Assistance, you're asking about horses again?
And Elijah's sitting there staring at you.
I've been quite busy. I do not have that. Can you find some other ones? I cannot provide skeleton horses. What? That's those don't. Are you seeing something? There's no horses over there.
I mean, you do have at least one horse.
You know, I think you could probably pass as my uncle Desmodus. That'll work.
It's a fine bred horse, and it will not be pulling a wagon.
It's a
I've
dead
been
horse.
busy all week with troops and healing and dealing with all these wounded. I do not have time for equestrian nonsense today. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tenlis, you're sounding a little less like extra wispy today. Are you feeling all right?
Well, I was looking through that grove, and we found some charcoal from that blood tree, and it makes some good meat. I was eating some smoked meat last night. It was all right.
Oh God, meat
I gave
smoke
myself
from a
advantage.
bias
Oh yeah, because you're
tree.
getting help, and
It it
yeah.
is also my own family.
Yeah, it's your own family. You've got all the craftsmen of the town to help you sell this deception.
Mm-hmm.
So they set you up with the full like House Dumont official getup of the lords, something that Elijah might have worn had circumstances been different, and he become the inheritor to his house. Um,
Yeah.
and then a full set of well-fitted uh, House Dumont household guard uniforms with face obscuring helmets for those of you with skin conditions. Um, and they also set up for you. They take the mayor's carriage and they refurbish it. Removing all of the mayor's symbols and crests and everything, and replacing it with the crest of House Dumont. Elijah, what is the crest of House Dumont?
Mm,
Crests are the hard part.
you right?
That's why half
Jesus,
the
this is
nightly
definitely
houses are
actually
just
come
like
up
it's a
before now.
lion and there's a flower and there's a this lion has a blue mane.
Where's
I think it's
my tab?
definitely not going to be complicated. I just want to decide what it's going to be. Circle back to me on this because I want to come
Okay.
up with something that
Okay.
fits.
Mhm. Yeah. And I mean, you've got time and enough people to help you that you can have clothes fitted for both of you, so you can swap out if you want to later, especially with a 20 on that deception. Um, so yeah, so you guys are gonna be until you're revealed, you're gonna be traveling as the Dumonts. Yeah. So and
Da, camarada. Comrade, I do whatever is required of me in the name of the people. I do not have an ego in this sense. However, I do not believe being a minstrel would be a particularly satisfying arrangement in this time, considering eh, having to stop and explain this to many people would require more attention that we probably do not want. If it makes travel easy, it's certainly something that can be done, but it's probably easier still if I simply remain out of sight.
Mhm. Oh yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, especially if you're higher nobility, having a so it's kind of a combination, right, of um, the chattel slavery, like we imagine happened in the American South, where there's just like brutal conditions out in the fields, but they also kind of have the more like uh, ancient Roman slash Greek style of slavery, where it's like, uh, yeah, we own you, but because you have a really important and useful skill, we're gonna let you teach our children or do important things for us because you have an important skill like musical talent or something along those lines. Mhm.
Certainly, comrade. If you think the option will increase our chances, I am beyond all right with this. It was more. I cannot imagine that there are too many well-trusted Dragonborn in this time. But if we have the option, as you say, it is beneficial.
Mhm. You, um, you have dwarven smiths left. Of course, you have people that are skilled enough to do that. Yeah, yeah. I'd say you could do that. That seems like a great idea.
All right, then I will certainly trust you with this, comrade.
Okay. Yeah. So
Wait, are we doing kink? Can I get some of that? You expect me to wear this strange outfit and then I don't get any manacles?
That is because you are probably not supposed to be bypassed as a entity. Actually,
I
would
could
it
be a
be
slave knight.
easier to have him disguised more as what he actually looks like?
okay, so he's your undead servant. Okay. So yeah, so you and Jacques have really nice like nobleman's clothes, like I described earlier, uh, as like the uh what I guess we haven't specified exactly what noble rank House Dumont has, um, but
Yeah,
nobility, like
yeah.
noble and their trusted advisor, so important people who get to be fancy and have comfortable clothes. Uh, Minx and um, Tennis, so you guys, you get they're still relatively nice, because as slaves to an important person, they can show off that they're wealthy enough that they can provide you with good clothes and weapons and armor. Um, but it is very clear, like you've got the spots for uh, manacles and chains if possible, if needed, for minks, for um, Tenelus. As a warlock, you're familiar with binding runes and stuff, so you can help forge basically like something that looks like it's magically binding you into service as part of your undead construct nature.
Let's see, I just gotta dinge this up and make some. Let's see, a nice pointy hood. I need a fake beard. Let's see here. I love a nice big fake beard. Well, I mean, you should have came to me a week ago when I wasn't dealing with hundreds of people. You didn't come to me immediately. All right, let's see it. We'll delay your little expedition by like a few hours here. And
I mean, the undead horses will be able to pull you very quickly and without needing to take a break. So, mhm, okay. Yeah, and so then for I think I already described for Aerith and Elijah, you guys get the like household guards uniform. Um, so and then the carriage, there's the slot for the two horses. There's a closed cabin where the nobleman can ride in privacy. There's a spot in the back for the slaves to sit, uh, and then up front a spot for the driver of the cart, and then a guard on watch. Okay. Let's see. So I'd say
oh,
two in
that's
the
who I've
front,
been
four in the
busy with.
cabin,
Let me
and two on
introduce
the
you to
back.
Doug.
So a total of 8, including the driver. Yeah.
Let me. I
Okay.
we've been working on Doug. Look at Doug, and you're gonna see Doug, and he's all stitched together with different pieces of meat on him, and he's just Frankenstein now.
And if you want to give him armor, can zombies are zombies proficient in armor?
You can. The thing, I looked at the rules because I was like, what if I made a golem and put armor on him? The thing is, how it works is they don't have proficiency, so they don't benefit from it. You can put full plate on them; they'll have the same armor
I see.
because they don't know how to use it.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. It would
That's
made
the
him.
general rule with that stuff. Is like
Hmm.
they don't have proficiency with armor, so they don't get the armor class. That's the general rule that I saw.
Mm.
Obviously, DMs can change that whenever, but
Yeah, I'll have to look at it.
and that was
Because I mean, I
stuff
feel like you
during
don't need to
That was stuff
do
during
anything.
Westgate. I'm like, can't you just give your pets like heavy armor? And that's like the main reason you can't give your pets heavy armor because they don't know how to use it.
Yeah, let me look at the player's handbook for what, because they're definitely not proficient. Um,
This is mainly for monsters. If you don't have proficiency in armor, the negatives are very bad. You have like disadvantage at everything.
let's see. If you wear armor that you lack proficiency with, you have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll that involves strength or dexterity, and you can't cast spells.
Pretty careful. They don't want you doing it.
Yeah,
But the case I
yeah.
was mentioning was generally with monsters. Is like because I was like with
Mhm,
Zench is like if I make a flesh golem, can't you just put armor on him? Why stick with a armor class of 12? And it's like
mhm.
you can't give these things armor because you're just not allowed to.
Well, I mean, I guess for a zombie, if you wanted to, you could give it armor, and it would have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. But other than that, then it would just be an AC 18 zombie.
Wow.
I guess that's up to you.
Ultimately, it's up to the DM, but he can wear it.
I mean, that's not. I mean, I guess yes, it is up to me, but that's just in the armor proficiency rules. Is he can wear it, and what strength does a zombie have?
Not enough to use full
13.
plate, so I think it'd be reduced to 10 speed or something like that.
Let's see. Yeah,
Or is it just
strength
20?
column reduces speed by 10 feet. So yeah, his speed would be reduced to 10 feet if he were full plate. But I think half plate doesn't have a strength requirement, and neither does chainmail. So you could put chainmail on him and not reduce his speed, and he would have AC 16. So double his AC, but he would have disadvantage on all of his attack rolls. So I mean, I guess it would make him an even better damage sponge, but he wouldn't be as threatening. So again, up to you. That would be my ruling. Unless you can somehow give him proficiency, which I don't know how you would do. I'll have to look into that.
That was something I was gonna ask. Is like, what if I just like I use multiple charges of the spell and I just make a super zombie? But yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that.
Isn't that related to certain feats to make your stuff better?
I don't think that there are feats for in 5th edition for improving your
Mm.
summons.
Hmm.
There were almost certainly
If you want to
feats.
give a feat to a zombie character, a zombie NPC, and he's like, you have armor, heavy armor expertise, or whatever the fuck it was, whatever that talent is. You know, say you know how to use heavy armor. I guess that's a
You
thing.
would need to
You'd have
make
to
him a
figure out how to teach a
companion.
zombie.
Like you would need them to be a companion at that
Yeah.
point. That's like a whole. We already have a large enough party. I'm not sure it's necessarily something we need to do.
Just checking, just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something for me to think about in the future for like non-item rewards. Because I mean, you've dragged Doug halfway
Yeah.
across the county at this point. Like,
Doug and
You
Frederick,
open up
they're the
you
OGs.
open up the chest and you open up a chest and inside you find a skeleton that can wield heavy armor.
No matter what, I'm gonna try my best to keep Doug and Frederick around.
okay,
Are
'Cause the
they?
other two slots have died too
They're
often, and they're
eventually
just
gonna
gonna be
start
goobers.
And are they
they're
just?
eventually gonna start getting player levels.
Are they just a zombie and a skeleton?
Yeah, Doug and Frederick. Frederick was first, Doug was second.
Okay, but like skeletons can use weapons. Like, do they already have like a bow and arrow? Like, is there anything that we
yeah,
can
the
do?
skeletons have been using bows.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Uh,
just referring to the general thing that I read a long time ago. Is like they can use the stuff that's on their stat sheet. Anything else, they're not proficient with it.
That makes sense.
yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the skeleton has armor scraps. Is their armor? So
Well, now they have fancier armor scraps.
yeah.
Okay, well, they need to be
Anyways.
armored for this anyways to be less cognito, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, with all that prepared,
Okay.
we'd head out, dead of night.
Okay. Yeah, well, they can actually get you there, because they travel twice as fast as you walk, and they don't need to take a break.
We don't need to
So
take any
this,
breaks while... Well, I guess we can rotate drivers.
yeah, because this would be the 24 miles would normally be 8 hours, but you're moving twice as fast. That'd be 4 hours. So then, or I guess it's just 1 hour per hex, right? So it would just be 5 hours to get from Kaime to Vileplanche, assuming you don't get stopped.
Oh, this is a fucking day trip. I thought it was going to be longer for whatever reason. Okay, neat.
Well,
Didn't
if
you look at the map persistence? So this is why the horse is kind of weird.
yeah, I mean, the horses doubling your speed definitely helps, and the fact that they don't need to rest also helps.
All right.
This
Uh,
place has roads, persistence,
And
isn't it lovely?
it's still
it,
hot as hell, so there's no mud getting in our way. So
yeah. In fact, let me check the weather here. What is the weather like? Did I update the weather? No, I did not update the weather. What is it? It's currently day 27. Yes. Let me go to my weather spreadsheet. Day 27. So there was a heat wave immediately after your big um, battle for several days, but you guys were resting, so you didn't need to worry about it. There was also some
Resting
rain.
is resting is an interesting word.
So
Anyway,
it's still really hot out because it's 90 degrees, but it's cooler than it was. Very sunny.
all right,
Day 27, and it is clear.
just a few days of rain for the crops while we were doing our extended rest.
Exactly. It's everything you could have wanted.
I'm glad Azuli showed up just in time to make sure all my friends back at the little castle were taken care of, you know.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. So yeah, if we're leaving at like one, like it takes us what 10 hours to get there? You said, or 5 hours?
5 hours.
5 hours. So we'd probably leave at like 1 a.m. Get there around 6.
Okay. Yeah. Are you letting them know that you're coming, or are you just gonna show up at their door?
Uh, we are going to show up, and when we are near their door, we will send them a message that we are there.
Okay.
When we are soon enough. So here's the plan, because persistence would share this with Jock and everyone. It's like, while it will be very useful if the mayor sincerely wishes to help us, I cannot help but feel that the timing is too convenient, and with the grip that the Empire has over these lands and these people, it is highly likely that this is a trap. Meant to lure us out in search of allies and to crush us away from our place of power where they have an advantage. So, when we get there, when we get close enough, Elijah, I would like you to duck out, infiltrate the mayor's household, see if you can overhear any conversation plans, see if they have anything suspicious lying in wait, like a blessed or something along those lines. Uh, and we are going to wait for 10 minutes after you leave. I will send them a note in the diplomat's pouch. Then we will that we are going to be there in half an hour, and then we will pull up after that time. And if you have not come back and told us that we are stepping into a trap, then we will commence the negotiations in earnest. If it is a trap, we will decide what kind of trap it is, and if it's valuable for us to dispatch them and leave, or to just leave. Any thoughts, objections, suggestions?
No, that sounds perfect to me. If the building is on fire when you start approaching, it's a trap, just so you know.
I would point out,
Assuming I
Conrad,
can't
though,
make it out.
if this is truly something that is designed to be a trap, and they knew we were poking around before the attack, why not warn them? Their forces were not exactly the best prepared for us.
What was sent at us was a force of desperation that thought that they could overtake us swiftly. I do not think that they necessarily. It's likely they had two pokers in the fire, so to speak.
This is true, but I mean to say simply, we should make sure that they are truly out to get us before we stab them. It would be
Oh,
quite a
yes, of
waste
course.
to kill
No,
them
no, 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 no.
otherwise.
Best case scenario, this is sincere, and we can use them in our crusade, and everything will be great, but I do not want to walk into this blind and get my clients killed.
Fair enough.
I found a disguise token. It doesn't change my token. I'm so depressed. Damn it.
Well,
So yeah, that's the plan. We get the
Okay.
Vileplanche, we drop Elijah off, and I would
All
give
right.
him 10 minutes before I send the message in the diplomat's pouch.
Okay. Let me go ahead and rearrange his house for 6 a.m. uh, so
Which means that everything is just not where it's supposed to be. Slightly
yeah, I
5
mean, I
feet
didn't
to the
know
left.
exactly when you guys would be here, so I have an idea. I know who's going to be there. I just don't know. I didn't know who was going to be where. Okay. Uh, NPCs, Montalban, Vileplanche, Mayor's household. Let's see.
What? Oh, wait, here it is. There we go.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, the first floor.
I'm a master of disguise. Look at that. Can't even tell them apart. Or wait, you think you wait? Yeah, you can tell them apart.
What's going on? Okay. So, you guys set out in the middle of the night, aiming to get there at about 6 a.m. You travel through the dead of night with Tenellis at the wheel, watching with his
Pardon
devil's
me,
sight.
I've adopted a new name. I am Nenelus Toctum.
Nenelus Toctum. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, Nenelus Toctum is your
Analyst.
driver for the evening. Uh, as your carriage clops along the road. Um, as you approach the town, um, uh, Nettlus, and is any, where is everybody riding in the carriage? By the way.
I
Under it.
imagine it would be as we're approaching.
Yeah.
It would probably be Tenless and the zombies on the outside. Elijah someplace he can jump off easily,
Hmm.
and
So
then
probably on the back.
and probably on the back, and probably Minsk on the back as well. Like, like it depends on how many people fit. Like you said, 8. So it's 1, 2. So
Yeah, it's basically two in the front driving, two in the back on like little seats hanging off the back, and then four in the actual carriage
to be
itself.
less recognizable, Minsk would be inside with us.
Okay. Okay. Um, so is anybody riding up with who's riding up with Nettlus? One of his servants, I guess.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably Nettalis, one of his servants, and in the back, the other servant and Elijah.
Okay. So Nettlus, you're driving along and you see ahead of you a patrol of Alvarez soldiers on horseback cantering down the road towards you.
I stay trained. I should not look up to my superiors,
Okay.
and I keep my eyes on the road.
Speed up and run them down.
Okay. They ride past you, and all of you inside and on the back, you hear those of you inside, you hear the tramp of horses as they go to the side, uh, giving way for an Alvarez noble. Uh,
Which direction are they headed?
they're headed out from from Vileplanche.
Okay, they could be going north or south.
Yeah, so this is like right outside the town. So like they could be going out, or they could be going like just on a patrol.
I will give him a quick wave though. You always do that.
Okay.
Riders in
Okay.
the night, you give him a quick wave.
Yeah. You see one of the soldiers nod to you as he rides past.
If
Gives you a little salute.
if Elijah's not concerned, then persistence isn't either.
Okay. Yep.
He's not.
And then yeah, so you ride into Vileplanche and park your wagon in town, somewhere far, not too far from the mayor's residence. And Elijah hops off. So Elijah, I guess
Wait, which direction are we coming from? We're from, like, over here?
you're coming from over there, yeah.
Parking by the
I'll
house.
I'll ask for inspiration as well, if you don't mind.
Of course, comrade.
How long does inspiration last?
10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. So
How far away am
So
I?
less than 10 minutes, because that's how long persistence is giving you to get there and back. So
That's a good point.
I'm
Okay, I'm
giving
gonna
him I'm
save
giving
that
him 10
inspiration.
minutes. I'm giving him 10 minutes to give there before I send the message, because I want to
Oh,
want
yeah.
Elijah to see is the house as it is,
Mhm.
the house's reaction to our approach, and then I would give him enough time to return after seeing how they prepare for
Mhm.
us. That is the main timeline thing. However that makes sense in terms of real
Yeah.
minutes, yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Don't
so I'm
worry
gonna
about the inspiration then. Save it for something more important. I should
okay.
be able to fly by the seat of my pants.
So Elijah, you're gonna be approaching the house from the west. So go ahead and put you on the map for the first floor.
And we'd do
And you're on
something.
street level.
Yeah, we do something like drop them off close, but then circle around through like the market district or something, so we're not just sitting
Mhm.
on the side of the road conspicuously.
Okay. So if you want to place yourself on the map as you explore.
On the west.
Yes.
Okay. We'll start off
Cool.
over here. Is this a window over here near?
Yes it is.
Cool. That's my point of entrance. I'm looking forward.
Okay. You go to open it, it is locked.
Okay. Well, let's start with that. Do-do-do. That'd probably just anything I have proficiency in. So
It's the thieves' tools, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you jimmy it open, super quiet, and slip in, and you find yourself in an office.
cool. I'm just gonna like 30, 45 seconds take a quick investigation of the desk, look for important documents, things like that.
Okay. Uh, yeah, so you see on the desk are the uh, papers relating to production figures for the sawmills, harvesting plans, and all the general minutia of actually running the town's lumber industry, which supplies the bateau shipyards.
Okay. Gonna step this way and very quietly try to like creep the door open, kind of peek
Hmm.
around the corner, see what's in that room.
Okay.
I'm gonna pretend I have fog of war on.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Uh, So you see a well-appointed parlor, the a billiards table, and a drinks bar.
Cool. I'll slip into that room on the ceiling
Okay,
and kind of work my way across the room on the ceiling
all right, you're on the ceiling.
to this door, and I'm just gonna like undo the handle and kind of like slowly pull it. I guess I'd pull in toward me with how the doors usually work in a room like this, and kind of peek my head into the next room.
Hmm. You see an empty room. The fire is not lit yet, but it is a dining room.
Cool. I'll kind of get out to here and see the room looks fairly empty.
Mhm.
And then, tactically, of course, as any good thief does, I'm going to follow the edge of the room, hanging to
Mhm.
whatever shadows I can find, and poke my head
Yeah.
through this door.
There,
Okay,
have you prepared the Mission Impossible music for the background?
no, I haven't. Give me a moment.
Dun dun
And I am
dun
going to be
dun
like
dun
listening at the doors
dun
before I
dun
start
dun
swinging them
dun.
open,
Be-
obviously.
I thought it would be the Pink Panther.
Yeah,
Dun-dun-dun.
any of these are all good options.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Gonna eat you.
I'll tell you what, the Pink Panther music is what he's singing in his head to himself.
No, I imagine that if you're singing music in your head, it's going to be the theme music that Kronk sings when he's trying to sneak Kuzco's body out of the city.
Also
I
fair.
should just have all of these ready to go.
The problem is that
Always next time.
Elijah looks like a lot of things. A character voiced by Patrick Warburton is not one of them.
That's true.
Let's say it was Pink Panther, and what was the other one?
Mission Impossible.
Yeah, no, I got Mission Impossible.
Oh,
There was a
Kronk.
third one.
Kronk's theme song.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, just with the music he made
Kronk's
for
theme music
himself
when he's
in
taking Kuzco out of the
yeah.
city.
Nah. People looking at him like, what?
So while that's downloading, um, so don't need this. So yeah, so you peek in here. It is a dark storeroom.
Cool. I'm gonna slide into here.
Okay.
And as I'm approaching this door, do I hear anything?
Yes. If you listen at the door, you hear the sound of breakfast being prepared and cooking, and two people talking to each other. It sounds like a man and a woman.
Okay. Can I make out what they're saying?
Uh, yeah, I think so.
Cool.
So you're just listening at the door, and they're not
Yeah.
being particularly quiet. It's just inane chatter about the day, talking about uh, who is going to have to do the laundry. They're arguing about that. Yeah, they're arguing about who has to do the laundry today.
Okay. They would know a lot of good gossip, but I don't want to let myself be known yet.
Yeah.
Backtrack. And is this, as I'm working my way across the ceiling, I see that staircase to the left, of course. Does that look like it goes up?
Yes, it goes up.
Okay. Do I hear any sounds of movement above me? Footsteps on the floor or anything like that? Like anybody awake upstairs yet? I know it's still
If
fairly
you
early in the
listen
morning.
at the ceiling where you are,
Yeah.
you actually hear some splashing and the sounds of somebody humming music to themselves. And the music sounds something like this.
Okay. Okay. See, what I think I really need to do is get in a good position for after Persistent sends his message. Because I don't think I'm going to find a whole lot out until just after he sends it.
Yeah.
The rooms I've seen so far aren't going to do too much for me. Actually, yeah, that's what I want to do.
You're not going to the second floor?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm going to head for the second floor.
Okay.
I want to find a secluded spot where I can find a window. So that way I can kind of see what's happening on the second floor where the mayor probably is.
Yeah.
Hear his initial reaction, and then also like get a window where I can see the grounds, hopefully, to see if he starts mustering soldiers.
Okay. So we'll go to the second floor. So you're gonna be coming up this stairway here.
Yep. Okay. Okay, well I'm gonna step out and listen at this door first.
Okay.
Obviously.
You don't hear anything from that door.
Cool. I'm gonna step over to here, and that door looks like it's open.
It's open on the map, but it's not open in reality.
Okay.
It's closed.
I'm gonna go up to it and listen to it.
Okay, the sounds of singing and splashing are louder now.
Okay. I'm guessing this hallway's fairly well lit.
Yes.
Okay. How do I want to do this? Go back to where I didn't hear anything and kind of creep that door open.
There's a didgeridoo
Hey.
in this song?
So you see like a I'm trying to think what this would be. This is like not a dance hall, but like
A drawing room?
yeah, drawing room recital hall. So there's a piano and a fireplace. The fire hasn't been lit because it's light out, and it's also very hot right now. And there's two big windows here and here that overlook the courtyard, as well as these two which overlook the street.
Cool. I'm gonna work my way toward that window.
Okay.
And then, so of course I can see the ground below. I can see the soldier. And then I'm guessing, from what I see, what the hell is that?
There's a horse.
Okay. Guessing this looks like a patio, like an outside patio.
Yeah, you can see if we go back to the other view. So you are looking out of like a window like here-ish, so you can see this guy
Underneath
guarding
the
the door
patio.
here. Yeah. Well, there's.
Would he be able to? Yep.
Would he be able to see you?
If I slip out this window.
It's possible. I mean, he's more looking out at the courtyard this way. He's not looking your direction.
Okay. I think what I want to do is get to that patio. Because the splishing and splashing is any regards that's someone important bathing at 6 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I want to try to slip across the wall to that patio.
Okay. So this window is not locked, so you can easily spider climb your way around, and then onto the patio.
And then, of course, as patios are usually shaped, it's got that arched ceiling above it. So I'm going to get up into the ceiling where, somebody would have to purposely get onto the patio and then look up at me.
Yeah.
It'd be really hard to see me from the yard unless you were looking for someone here.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
I'll get up close to the door so I can start listening at the door from
Okay.
above it and watching the yard, see what happens whenever the message pops up.
Okay. So a few minutes pass, and then you hear from the bedroom.
You've got mail.
And motion from the bedroom as you hear the splashing stop. Somebody cloth rustling, like somebody's grabbing a towel and going over and grabbing a letter and reading it, and then you hear somebody muttering under their breath, "God, what? They're here! God, Alexia, wake up! Wake up, Alexia! We've got guests! Come on!" I said, "What?" They're coming to visit right now. What exactly did you write, Lev?
You will have important guests in half an hour, JC.
Okay. Yeah.
That is reference.
And if I still, well, yeah, Jacques Cartier. But if I still have it left, and I'll be using this sparingly, but the JC would be written in angel blood.
Okay.
Does it come across the email?
It's not an email; it's a letter through a diplomat's pouch. There's just being cheeky.
Yeah. But he
How do we
goes
go, Lizzie?
downstairs.
Okay. And of course I hear her probably getting up and getting ready.
Yeah, she gets up, and she knocks on the door and says, Kids, wake up. We're gonna have guests. I need you presentable."
Okay.
Is
And
kids
then-
a code phrase for assassin?
Maybe. She goes into the washroom.
It's a good idea. We should keep that one around.
Okay, I'm gonna get up closer to the edge of the balcony, kind of look over, see if any of the guards are starting to stir as he comes downstairs.
Okay. so you're like hanging out over here, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get his. So you see, so he comes down the stairs. He pokes his head out and he says, "You, guard, let the front gate know that we're about to receive guests. They're to be let in and sent to me immediately." And then he walks back inside, and this guard starts walking over to the front gate.
Okay. As he passes me, so he's nowhere looking back, I'm gonna slip back in that window on the second floor.
Okay. Let's go back to the second floor.
Okay. And I'm gonna make my way back over to this door that I left wide the hell open.
He
Just,
appears. Uh,
I was hoping he'd be distracted enough that he wouldn't notice it. Or did he shut it?
he saw it and he shut it. And he cursed his kids for
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna listen at it real quick, see if there's any motion, and if not, I'm gonna get it back open.
You do not hear any motion now, not at this time.
I swing it back open,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna like poke my head down the stairs to see if what I see on the first floor, real
Okay.
quick.
And I'm assuming you're on the ceiling.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. He appears to have gone.
Okay. Where on the first floor? Has it been a fairly hot day?
Well, it's in the morning, so everybody's waking up.
Yeah, but like, what season are we in? Still spring,
We're
right?
in the middle of
we're not in
summer.
true fall. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We're in the middle of summer. Yeah.
I'm actually gonna make my way to the chimney and slide up into the chimney. I'm in the center of
Okay.
the house where I can hear everything, and I have an escape route to the ceiling or to the roof.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna go
In the fireplace chimney.
in here.
Yep.
Um,
We're in the dead of summer. No one's gonna light
Yeah.
this thing.
I think it actually is currently lit because
There's the
they're
kitchen on the other side,
the
mate.
kitchen is
Well,
here. Yeah. This is
Here's the thing though. As a fireplace technician, most fireplaces like this would be built with a wall in between, so that way you can't see through into the kitchen. And
Yeah.
then by dint of that, you would actually have two separate chimney runs going up to the roof, so to prevent backdrafting from one side into the other.
okay.
Because if you
so-
have two fireplaces on the same floor or a lower floor, they tend to start to backdraft.
Okay. Yeah, and so if there's another fireplace on the second floor above it, does that also they've got like 4 chimneys then?
No. Sometimes they'll share one with one up above, as long as they make sure that they're both running to make sure they're still drafting properly.
Okay.
If you're running just the one upstairs, it'll sometimes backdraft to the one below. But if you're running the one below, usually it'll continue the draft.
Okay.
It's a
right.
whole thing with pressures and heat.
Right. Yeah, because the heat rises. Okay. So yeah, so you climb up through the chimney,
It's hot
and
against
you actually
the other wall, but I'm gonna
yeah,
hug the wall. on the
and so
side
you,
I'm
you
in.
actually then would get to this fireplace here.
Oh, cool.
uh,
Yeah, I'm hanging out kind of in the in-between spot, so I can hear both what's going on in that room and the one
Okay.
below, hopefully.
Yeah. So you
Okay, I'm
hear so you're in here in the fireplace. And you hear movement as somebody goes downstairs, and then some more movement as more people make their way downstairs.
Cool.
And they head down.
And he's gonna start trying to like mentally count the minutes in his head as he listens. Because I don't think he's gonna leave to go back to persistence. He's gonna let them arrive,
Okay.
Mhm.
as it currently stands at least, since he hasn't heard anything too
If-
nefarious.
If that was the plan ahead of time as well, and you weren't planning to come back, then he would give him 15 minutes instead of 30.
Okay.
Yeah. Elijah was only planning on coming back if he heard something bad.
Okay. Oh, still half an hour then.
Okay. So let's see. So this soldier has let that soldier know and is returning to his post at the door. And then, so you are, Elijah's in here.
Mm-hmm.
So the mayor is going to sit down at the head of the table. The lady and his kids.
This is exactly what I was hoping for. Formal dining table, great meeting space, place for them to discuss before we arrive. Yep, perfect.
So yes, you hear the kids all complaining. It's like, Dad, why are we up so early? The sun has barely even risen. Kids, we've got some important guests coming, and we need to look our best. Come on, now straighten up that hair. Did you even comb it after you got out of bed? No, Dad, I didn't. Well, go back upstairs and comb it then.
It's gonna be really funny whenever Elijah just steps out of the chimney as whenever everyone else comes in.
Such a mess. You're
Covered in soot. Yeah.
No, covered head to toe. Yep.
I think you don't have to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yup.
2 Elijahs on this floor.
Oh, wait, what?
That's how good of a master of disguise he is. He's also in the top room by the other fire.
He is so stealthy, he has become 2. He's
Yeah,
cast
Actually,
mirror
he'll
image
probably
on
just
himself.
hang out in the
Not
chimney
even
for,
the
like, 2
universe
meetings
knows where he is
needed.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to reveal yourself, right?
Not unless I'm needed.
So you do hear in the 15 minutes, the servants come out and serve breakfast and set out additional food.
Oh yeah, this
For
seems like they're
everybody.
being up and up then.
Okay, so 15 minutes
Yeah,
pass.
as-
There, yeah.
As we arrive, get close to meeting time, if they're still just talking about nothing, I'm gonna go up to the top of the chimney and like look for persistence, kind of wave at them if they show up.
There's
Yes,
no
you-
way that I would be looking at the
Just-
chimney.
A
Yeah,
head
not-
popping out of the chimney.
Yeah, you pop your head out of the chimney like some undead Santa Claus, and there's smoke coming out of the chimney next to you.
Okay,
But
want to see
you
a dead
see
body?
the carriage pull up to the front, and
Okay.
that's where we'll bring in Persistence and everybody else at the front gate.
Get on the cart. Gotta move these guys back.
Yeah.
Imagine there's a cart here. Actually, I'll make the cart. Let's see here. Crank.
Oh god, the immersion, it's ruined.
Oh, do you want the white little canopy?
I want
There.
to imagine like Elijah sticks his head out of the top of the chimney and he just goes, "Where the hell is that music coming from?"
It's still playing. He stopped humming 20 minutes ago.
We probably want a covered wagon, don't we? Yeah,
But
we
it's a
got that.
carriage.
Just he like digs a finger in his ear. He's like,
Oh,
"Damn, this house
oops.
has an echo."
I'll have to
Oh,
change
yeah.
this whole thing.
It's a fancy carriage.
All right, shit. I gotta change this. Let's see
Oh
here.
my god, talked him.
Talk to.
Yeah.
Let's see. How do we like?
Word.
It's a box.
I know that we had the finest of dwarven craftsmen make this, but it looks like a bit of a rush job.
I mean, for dwarves, it certainly was. They were like, well, for a real proper carriage, we'll really have to take like a couple of years to put
Few
this
years.
together.
Yes, but I was at least expecting side paneling. What is this? Just
Side paneling.
That's not.
From mahogany. What is this? Oak?
It's just a bunch of sticks.
Blame the elves; they're the ones that did that part. I don't approve either. I would have made
They
the whole
just got
thing
the
Wait,
nail.
wrong.
this is where give it time, Lev, and then this is where Jim goes, "Oh, I'll get us a carriage made out of the bark of a
I
gluphia
just
tree."
leave it to friggin' Cell to make us a carriage that's just a bundle of sticks.
All right, let's see here.
Is it every carriage just a big bundle of sticks?
This kind is.
Yeah.
Wait, why does the license plate say Mesta?
No, that carriage was lost in High River.
It was. Jesus. Okay.
So
Oh
you
no,
pull up
Patrick.
with the carriage. The soldier in out front.
It's
I guess
so
uh,
intricate.
Lord Nettlus would see.
Lord,
Uh, or no,
servant.
just servant Nettlus Doctum would see him stiffen and straighten up upon seeing your noble carriage and fancy undead steeds. Uh,
What's our identity again?
We're House
you're
Dumont.
House Dumont. Yeah.
Hello, I herald House
I'm
Delmont.
taking the lead here, Lev.
I'm going to act like I'm in charge. As soon as we know it's not a trap, then you can reveal yourself.
I
Alright,
park the
okay.
carriage
That
and
sounds
I
good.
get down and I crawl on all fours to the door.
Basically, Jacques,
Uh,
the key will be as soon as I show you a sign of deference, like hold out a chair or like, treat you like the one in charge, then you can take point.
Sounds good.
how do you supposed to open these? Do I knock and open it?
No, just the carriage. Right, probably the zombies actually would be the ones who, since they're the guards on the
I
outside.
already got off.
Yeah, just open the door and just.
What are they on the roof? Where do they go?
One of them was in the front with you, the other was in the back with Elijah. So
All right.
yeah, just open the door and then I
wait,
would.
we have Doug. Doug does it. Oh, wait, Doug. Okay, I stay. I'm all right.
Yeah, I would
Doug gets over here and he
step
opens
out.
the door.
Okay.
Make way. It's like nod to the
That's
soldier and it's like, I assume Mayor Blanchard is ready to receive us.
he gives you a snappy salute and says, "Yes, sir. Right this way, sir."
Good.
And he opens the gate for you and escorts you inside.
Yep.
As you walk up, the soldier at the front of the interior snaps to attention. Well, I guess he was already at attention, but he gives you also a snappy salute.
Minx, you can come with us. Like, you don't need to stay in the carriage.
Alright.
If you're
Oh,
gonna
What is the
stay in,
carriage supposed to do
if
now?
you're gonna, no,
Should I go
you
park
can,
this
no,
thing?
yeah, go park it, and then you can have the zombies go park it, and you can come with us.
Zombie
You're gonna have the
valet.
zombies park it?
No, you can go park
Zombie
it.
valet. Don't scratch the paint.
Yeah, you guys just I would just basically tell us like, wait here, we'll call if we need you.
And he
I
said,
think we're coming in. So we are
"Yep,
coming in with you, right?
Yes, yeah, because you're dressed as a minstrel. If you want, yeah, and then Aerith is dressed as a guard. So.
and the soldier announces you and says, uh, Mr. Mayor, your guests have arrived," and uh, holds the door for you as you come in, and you see uh, the mayor and his wife and what's probably his daughter stand up, and then his daughter kind of nudges what looks to be his young son, and his son stands up kind of begrudgingly as well. Says, "Ah, my lord," and he kind of squints. Uh, "Dumont, my good friend, I am so happy to see you, but
Yes. So I look around, just like, were you expecting someone else?
Um, well, it was such short notice. But please come, sit, have breakfast. Please, this is my family. My wife, Alexia, our daughter, Julianne, and our son, Gabriel. Gabriel, say hello. Hello.
Okay, this fucker has his kids in front of me. I don't think there's going to be an ambush, because otherwise I would end his line right here.
Never
So,
know.
I'm going to go inside the carriage. I'm going to
They're
cast
all
Block of
illusions.
Familiars.
I
and
am going to Hellsight. Like, I'm going to Hellsight. Make sure these guys aren't illusions.
Nope, they're not illusions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna summon my flock of familiars because I want to pay attention. And there's no windows in here. Fuck, they're over here.
There's a chimney.
Would there be a way for me to? I mean, what does Hellsight do again, Liv?
I can tell if there's anybody trying to use magic to conceal their presence or identity. It's like divine sense, but for illusion magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pretty confident. He's got his kids here. Elijah didn't come out and warn us. The guards look a bit spooked. there's not like a large, like, this would be a pretty shitty ambush. His kids, even if he was able to kill us, his kids would be dead. There's,
Yeah.
yeah. So as soon as
We could
Persistence
hold
makes
our
that
house hostage
decision,
in a way.
I would hold out a chair and motion for Jock to sit, and it's like, my lord.
Okay, is that Alvarez soldier gonna leave the room?
Yeah, he's still
We're gonna
here.
wait on that
Yeah, we
moment.
should
Oh,
wait on
wait. Oh,
that.
right.
Yeah.
Arvo's
We're gonna wait on
Alvarez.
that moment. I'm
Wait a
going to
second.
pull the chair and offer for you
Yeah.
to sit.
Actually, that's a good thing. I would before I would sit, I would look over. It's like, are these your men?
Uh, they are. But please, you're dismissed. And he waves them off. Alexia, kids, I believe it is time for some more formal discussions. So if you'll
They
excuse
can
us,
stay.
I don't think that's necessary. Do you?
Spooky. Goodness.
It would make me feel more at ease to know
Oh,
that
please
your
stay. Puts
family
gun on the
approves.
table.
I'm looking for Sir Margaret Wallace.
All
Or
right,
at
if
least
you
her-
insist.
Are you? Is there something that you don't wish your family to know about?
Well, these are just sensitive matters. I thought you would be more comfortable speaking about them in private. These are trying times for all.
Well, you can send away two, but I would like one of them to be here at least.
There's only two. Oh.
Very
Well,
well.
He's got a wife.
The wife can stand.
Gabriel,
Oh
Julian,
God! It's
upstairs.
Sophie's choice.
Minsk, my
I
good
present
sir.
to you the Sophie's
Uh,
choice of this.
Minsk and Arif, if you would, please keep the children entertained while we're here.
We have ensured that the Alvarez soldier has left.
Oh yeah, he's gone back to his post out
I'm,
front.
I'm not gonna lie, I assume you were just
Okay.
reusing tokens, and those were his house guard, not necessarily Empire guard.
Yeah,
It
they're
says
local.
Alvarez soldier. I'm gonna be
But he's
paranoid.
Alvarez! Like, they're all Alvarez! Like,
Everybody's
we're
Alvarez.
recruiting Alvarez people to do this. We're getting them
Yeah.
to betray their homeland. So I'm letting the kids go away, and of course I'm saying it in a menacing way, but knowing that I put them with the two people they could be absolutely safest with in this
Right,
group.
the softies.
Yeah.
In reality,
oui,
we
monsieur.
need
We
the
will.
Aerith here because we do have still our man on the inside. Who
Oh, yeah.
literally
Yep, we
walked.
don't know where on the inside, but we know what somewhere.
And we'll
Yeah.
have a familiar go down the chimney, and it'll be like
You just have
surprised
to
at
believe
blockage.
and wait for the sound of jingle bells. And then once you hear the sleigh bells, you know that Elijah is near and it's time to put out the blood and cookies or whatever he eats.
Yeah, if you don't hear sleigh bells, you will hear slaying. So close enough.
A
Yeah,
dead
sleigh
bird falls out
bells.
of the chimney.
So the
The
There's a lot of
children
people
fall
in that.
down the chimney from upstairs.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Pick one.
So Francois gestures to his daughter and says, "Julianne, perhaps the drawing room." It's like, "Sure, Dad. Whatever. Come on.
Oui,
What are
monsieur.
you in anyway?"
I will ensure your les enfants are entertained with my most special music ability. Oui, oui.
Can you make me a deception check for that accent?
I don't know what you're talking about. This accent is perfect. Uh,
I'm losing it right now over.
Uh,
That's a hard.
I assure you,
Okay.
children, he plays better than he talks.
Okay, so the four of you go upstairs, leaving Persistence and Jacques to negotiate with Francois and Alexia. So I guess who do we want to do first? Do we want to do the kids upstairs? Mr. Nettles talked him parking the car,
I think the
or
let's
the
do
main negotiation.
Let's get some. Let's have a comedic break and let's see what Natalis Tumpton is up to.
oh God.
I want to go to the market.
All right, that can happen after we know what happens
Okay.
here. that's that's going to be influenced by what goes down here, if anything. I believe.
Okay. I see you've created some raven familiars to keep watch.
Yeah, I put them on the windows and the stuff, and one will go down the chimney and be a surprise at Elijah in there.
Lands on
Elijah,
Elijah's head.
a familiar looking raven lands on your shoulder and just goes, "Ah!"
I like tap it, like pet its head a little bit, and then
Mhm.
go back to listening.
It gives
Um,
you a little nut.
so, uh,
Actually, no, it's a raven. It'll give you a shiny rock.
I pocket the shiny rock. I'm keeping that until the end of the campaign.
There you go.
it could be
Shiny rock
important.
is going to be important later on.
Could be. You never
There's
know.
like in note, Elijah has shiny rock.
Final boss battle. Elijah throws shiny rock.
It can chains a djinn.
Uh,
But yeah,
yeah. So,
I would walk up to the mayor, and
mhm.
still standing, I just look and it's like, is she aware of who you have invited into your house?
Yes, I trust my wife in all things. My children are a bit young to understand. So,
Now, I'd like to know why you're doing
Take off
this.
the helmet.
No, not yet. Give me a sec.
Oh, go right ahead then.
Yeah.
Fine, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would like to
Cure your
know
thing, and
why
I'll
you're
do that.
doing this.
why? Oh, why does anybody ever do anything to better their own station? If your rebellion fails, then at best, I could potentially persuade the Count to promote me as his loyal servant to Viscount of Bateau. But if your rebellion were to succeed, and I were to help you at this most critical juncture, then who knows how far we could go.
Yeah, sure, I believe it.
Mhm.
I pull open a
You,
seat and
you,
I. Yeah.
you've dealt with this kind of person before. They're opportunistic, greedy. They only care about their own power. Uh, very,
I
very
doubt it.
familiar as somebody who is a knight of hell. These are your bread and butter kind of guys.
Oh yeah. I would look at him, sort of nod a bit, and then pull out a chair, the chair next to him, and go, Lord Cartier, if you would, please.
I'll walk over. That's when I take the helmet off. I set it on the table and I sit down. I just go, please. Standing around is rather suspicious. Have a seat.
Oh, certainly, certainly. Well, it's been quite a while, Jacques. Things have certainly changed for you since
It
last we
has,
spoke.
Francois. Indeed.
Well, I think I told you my motivations. It's really only fair that you let me in on some of yours. You really believe all of this couple swap that you've been spouting about a new dawn and freedom for all?
Yes. Do you not see the tyranny that Alvarez puts onto its people? You're not seeing the groves of trees that they intend to have sprout in the soil.
Uh, if not them, then some other petty tyrant. Better to be on the side of the winners. That's why we're having this conversation.
Precisely. But we wouldn't have this conversation if your mind was already made up. You don't believe that they can hold their power as easily as you want to make me think that they can.
Well, all of history is about a careful balance of forces. Now, that was a pretty good trick you pulled at Kaime, but do you think you can do it again? And again? What happens when the rest of the Empire is breathing
By,
down your neck?
by then, I will have enough of its land and people on my side who wish to see themselves free from the empire to be able to stand against it. there are more with my mindset and our drive than you think there are, Francois.
Hmm. Well,
But
that
I
remains to be
understand
seen.
your motivations and where you see yourself from. And I look over his wife and I go, but I do wish to know your mindset as well, Lady Alexia.
Yeah. Before we get to that, persistence. What are you attempting to perceive?
Just while Jacques is doing the conversation, I'm just looking around the room. I'm happy enough to now let Jacques reveal himself, but just in case I'm being
Mm-hmm.
paranoid, looking around, seeing if
Mm-hmm.
there's anything. In the back of my mind, also looking for Elijah, but not thinking I would see him even if he is there.
Well, you did get a natural 20.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that you see him like hanging upside down with the raven, uh, on his wrist, and he just gives you a little wave if he's down with that.
Okay. I
I don't
give
know.
him the smallest of nods so that nobody else
Mm-hmm.
notices. And I'm like, okay, we're safe, we're secure, we're good.
Okay. Yeah. Since you got the natural 20, um,
The only thing that can see Elijah.
or maybe you hear the caw of the raven.
I see a feather float down the chimney. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Wrong.
So Alexia looks at you and says, "Well, I share my husband's ambition. You saw we have 2 children to think of in the future, and like any parent, we wish for the world that they inherit to be better for them than it was for us."
Do you believe that better world exists under Alvarez rule? Or under some tyrant?
Well, it's all a matter of degree, really. If we stayed loyal and continued our much valued service to the Empire, then certainly we could expect promotion and further uh, patronage from the Empire. Uh, but if we could take a shortcut, well, I wouldn't say no to that. Would you?
I literally have 3 persistences in this room.
Uh, I mean, kind of. The
I say that,
similar
I'm not saying
mindset.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also saying that out of character. And Francois will look at Jacques and say, "I'm surprised. I didn't expect travel to cause you to become more naive. Something must have really happened to you in Asarius to cause you to
No.
think this way."
You would call it naivete, which would be incorrect.
Oh no, I don't see Elijah. Fuck.
Getting the understanding of every and all to ensure that there are no ulterior motives or anything. Us being fully open with one another is the only way for such a dialogue to be able to bear fruit.
And wait a second,
Mhm.
Sarkati, I need to reboot you.
To protect his identity, he's using a voice changer.
Oh.
I've been constantly sending him little messages in his head, and he's gotten to glitch out. Sir, how many flowers do you want for their face
It's like,
tonight?
oh
Do you
look,
wish to
I'm
see
at the
your
market.
child?
Oh, they've got purple flowers. This is great.
Cartier, you said what was your favorite color again? It's written down, but I didn't catch it. Send me it
What
again.
should we make for dinner, Jack?
Because I
Sells
made some
it.
lovely briskets last night. Do you wish to have some briskets tonight as well?
If you could have
Sells
him
in the
pick up a
like
few
art.
cans of whipped cream, that'd be amazing.
They have a can full of cheese.
Sells in like the art. Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder mode, where he's like, "I'm the dude playing a dude playing another dude."
I mean, that's always sell. Let's be honest here.
Stuffed crust pizza, Jack. You can eat it in reverse.
I'm putting details on the cart right now, so I'm busy.
But
How do you do this?
enough talk of naivete with this. We should. Time is short, and we have urgent matters to discuss.
Mhm.
You wouldn't fully ask us here if you did not believe there was some hope that our cause could be successful.
Oh, certainly, certainly. Any cause could be successful if enough people get behind it. The question is to get in at the right time.
Yes, but we will, in a sense, cut to the chase. We would like the help of Vileplanche in our campaign against the Empire. And at that point, I will sort of motion for persistence that this is your expertise. You can take over from here with these discussions.
And I would sort of look around. I would take off my helmet and sort of fix my eyes on both of them in turn.
Mm-hmm.
What we would like from you, if you are offering your assistance, we know that the church is preparing a crusade. We know they are going to march upon us in insert days here time.
Mm-hmm.
When that occurs, we would like you to send them communications that you will be sending reinforcements to back them up, arriving after they do to lay siege. And when you do arrive, we would like you to attack the rear of their ranks, disrupt their formation, and we shall crush them between us.
Mm. Always a sound military strategy.
Yes, hope
Would
your men would be going up most likely against fanatical levies mustered from peasants, ill-equipped, mainly there to prevent from any counterfuge attacks. They won't see it coming, and you should be able to escape with minimal casualties.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You afterwards, you would be in with us fully. There'd be no way to hide your involvement in this.
This is true. You ask much, but I have yet to hear your offer.
And that is why I asked it what you want.
Well, we've already gone over how this rebellion is going to have to take on the whole empire. So, when you win, I want Montalban.
As the Count,
Yes. If that's agreeable,
He said
Emperor.
Montalban. He wants to rule Fantasy Island.
you said Mountport. It's a mountain by the sea. I look over at Jacques and it's like, I am a consultant here on hire. If Jacques, if that's acceptable to you, I see no reason. Somebody would need to be the
How
ruler.
exactly? What kind of look does he exactly give me when he says the word emperor?
When he says the
You
word what?
roboted the fuck out.
Yeah.
When he says emperor,
Basically, he's he's got a burning greed in his eyes. Like he's looking at you and he sees the future emperor of the empire, and he wants to be in your privy council. Like he senses opportunity and he's going to take it.
Can we do another insight check on that, or have I already spent mine?
Yeah, you could do another insight.
I kind of, guys. I wish that Hellsight let you see.
God.
I wish that Hellsight let you see motivations too, because that seems like something I should be trained in.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 9's all the
What
way
are
down.
we doing, Lev?
It's the opposite of 6's. I'm fine. Like
The
persistence
opposite of
has,
sixes.
yeah, persistence has no reason to doubt that. It's like, yeah, this guy's greedy as fuck. He thinks we're going to be. It's like, yes, Jacques. I believe that is more of an acceptable.
How large of a territory? He wants Montalban.
Yeah, he basically wants to. So you know, like the Holy Roman Empire, how they had elector counts.
Yeah.
He wants to be an elector count
Uh-huh.
Man, very
or elector
topical.
prince.
It depended on the particular region at the time.
Yeah. So he wants to be basically, like I said, he wants to be part of your privy council, one step below you in the empire's new hierarchy. Once you take over the empire.
You will need somebody to that position. Once we take this county, we cannot be concerned with the day-to-day runnings. We will need somebody in that position very early on. It's better to get them on board now. Already has experience running a town in a centrally located position. He obviously has no love for the current existing structure to throw his lot in with us this quickly. He is also somebody who is a bit, if I might impose based on my limited knowledge of Alvarez culture and hierarchy, a bit stuck in the backwoods, with very little opportunity besides this. I think we can trust him as far as we can throw him. And
Well,
he sort of looks at you and just grins at that line, implying I can throw you quite a far way.
yeah.
Is that acceptable to you, Jacques? Oh, he's
He
developed
just thinks it
narcolepsy.
over for a second.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, he thinks it over for a second, looking between Francois and Alexia. It is acceptable terms. We can work with this.
Excellent. Exactly what I wanted to hear.
And
You won't regret it.
if I might offer something additional as well, an
I
additional
believe
gift.
that I will not be able to.
Oh, go on, Rack.
No, go ahead.
Looking if I could offer one additional gift as a show of gratitude for your early faith in our endeavors. I would like to. Your son looks of the age to become a squire, is he not?
That he is.
I would like to give him free lessons in swordsmanship from a knight of Savona. I'm sure that would be a great boon in his future career if we were to begin those immediately, as soon as we left here. I just smile at him.
You wish for him to travel with you.
Yes. Since we were going to be such close allies, I believe that would be beneficial for him. He's at a very important age.
That
Such
he
a bright
is.
future ahead of him.
Well done, Persistence.
We can guarantee his safety, of course. I don't think you should have any concern for that. He'll be in the presence of multiple people who have already slain multiple blessed.
This is acceptable.
I'm happy to hear that. Elijah, if you could go inform Aerith that the boy should be ready.
And I step up behind him. I put my hand on his shoulder and kind of lean in close and go, "Oh, and in response to your earlier statement, what I did at Kaime, I will do again and again and again to anyone who gets in our
Oh,
way."
sorry. I'm so sorry, Elijah.
To anyone who gets in our way. And then I'm just
Do
going
you,
to step past him.
do you want to roll intimidation?
Oh, I just have
Oh,
the.
yeah.
And now it's my turn to just
wait.
have the.
What is your intimidation?
Like hands on the table.
+5.
I have +8. Can I get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
And
Yeah,
I
definitely.
also have a minimum of 7. So.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah!
Yes.
We're all just
You could-
there with just the knowing smirks and grins on our faces of just the cards were in our hands the whole
And then
time.
I step past him and walk upstairs.
You can see the fear and greed warring in both of their eyes as they realize the position that they are now in.
And the position they were in all along.
Yeah.
I just sort of offer a handout to him, and I'll just go, "It'll be great working with you again."
Keep your friends close.
Hmm. Indeed. Well, if you're satisfied with our arrangement, perhaps we should get down to the particulars.
Of course.
I can deliver on what you ask, for the most part. As mayor, I have taken painstaking effort to ensure the personal loyalty of all of my forces, with a few notable exceptions. If they were removed, then I could commit the entirety of my forces to your cause. Uh, Alas, if uh, they were to still be in command, then we would have to take care of them ourselves first, which would potentially delay matters.
I believe this is something that we have the expertise in assisting with.
Excellent. I shall provide you with a list,
Good.
uh, as well as other relevant information.
Take the list.
Hmm.
What are we looking at? We're looking at like a few generals, like some priests, like what is?
Yeah. He'll say,
Please tell me his wife is on this list.
"Oh, to be assassinated? No."
That would be hilarious. I look at the list and it's like, I can do that right now. No, no.
Please kill my wife.
No, she is not on there.
Actually, what is it? Is where is that letter that we got? Is the current person that is taking over Beto in there?
The count? No, these are like his personal household and forces. He wants us
Yeah.
to remove disloyal officers, basically.
Yeah. So
No, easy
yeah,
enough.
he's got some people that are thorns in his side and their loyalty to the empire over him, and he's wanting you guys to do the dirty work of taking them out.
Okay.
Well, persistence. I leave that to you and Elijah.
Of course, sir. We will get it done
Okay.
quickly and discreetly. Would Tenless have told us that he was going to the market?
That's a
This
question
image,
for.
this image up here, I write in the journal to Cartier.
All right.
Show
I
me the
wasn't scrolled up.
jalapenos.
Oh, hey, actually, that cart's looking
That's-
pretty good now.
That's actually a pretty good crest for on there.
I've
He
been
has
busy.
spent a bit too much time now with this. Gods.
All right.
This is what happens when we leave him alone.
Uh, I would have if I knew that he was going to the market and if Elijah needed any supplies for better poisons, I would have asked him to pick those up if he could. Maybe
Okay.
that includes jalapenos. Who knows?
Sure.
Jalapeno is slang, or the jalapeno
I
poppers.
look at
Would
this
these
list.
people even know what a jalapeno is?
This is basically Spain /
Maybe.
France. I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
jalapenos were New World. Beyond that, would
Why do you
Noxum know
think
what a
Asarius
jalapeno
has
is?
made
No.
so much money? Because we found
Yes.
jalapenos and now we're exporting them. Why do you think the Alvarez are insistent upon conquering the continent? It's not for power, it's for spices.
I mean, that's historically pretty accurate.
It is.
But yeah, so my main question about this list, I'm not sure if you would get to it later, are these people that we can just, like, send Elijah around to poison? Or, like, those are the questions I would
Yeah.
ask. It's like, can we do that while we're here, and then, like I don't know how much of a session you want that to be.
I hadn't planned it out. So if it sounds interesting to you to plan out assassinations,
Might be
like
interesting
one or
to
two of
Elijah.
them,
Yeah.
then we could do that, and I could have something
Did
prepared
someone
for
say
next week.
assassination?
Yeah, I've got a list.
Yeah.
So Elijah's going to tell Aerith that, and I hope that Elijah would come back after that because he is a fun thing to have in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm going to be taking this seat across from him,
if
and
you,
I do have my crest on on my shirt at the
yeah,
moment.
I would hand him the list and say, this is his end of the bargain. He needs these people taken care of.
It would
Let
be
me
my
know if you require
pleasure.
any further assistance, but I trust your expertise in this matter.
Oh, and I'm gonna like gaze over the list. I doubt it.
All right, and then we would just brass tacks, just coordination
Yeah.
talk. Not really interesting.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So he'll go over his available forces, and their various commanders. Um,
How much does he have in terms of forces?
he's got a bit. So here, let me bring it up.
Because here's my
His
question: because if he has like 4 or more, which would be I think a bit ridiculous. Like if he we know the strength of the church's army that's coming, right? Like the relative number.
yeah, yeah.
If it puts us we're going to be in a better strategic position. If it puts us a lot over what he has, I would actually ask for him to pick some units and send them to the church while the crusade is out to destroy/capture whatever he feels
Hmm.
is important. If he wants to take all the gold for himself, so be it. There's just particularly a bell that we wish delivered to Kaime with utmost
Hmm.
haste as soon as the crusade has left it defenseless.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to his.
Everybody's fine with that, right? Just a few less units for the combat, so we can knock that off our checklist.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure, but
fine.
it would just depend on how many he's got.
Yep.
Yeah. So he has 2 units of regular infantry, militia companies like you guys have seen
Mhm.
previously. So like these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they can go
Uh,
north.
Okay. 2 units of infantry. We probably want to use those guys on the rear ranks. Just how the rules work.
yeah. He's got another unit of arquebusiers, like you guys have seen previously.
Okay.
He has a unit of cavalry.
All right.
That I would see show up at our fight.
Yeah, those we need
Um,
at the fight.
yeah. And then he also has an elite imperial company that he has managed to worm his way into.
I honestly say let him keep his infantry and his arquebusiers to make sure he can take that city, and then send the elite and the horses to
I
us.
think 1 arquebusier and 1 militia company, and then
Mm-hmm.
send to the battle the elites, the horses, and the other infantry. Because we do need
Mm-hmm.
the whole point, the way that the battle thing works. I don't think that the arquebusiers are going to be as useful. We just need them to break the rear ranks so that we can get at their ranged people, and we
Mhm.
need infantry and horses to do that. If he's giving us, we might as well have our own ranged people for the rest of it. That doesn't really matter as
Yeah,
much.
as long as 1 infantry and 1 arquebusier were confident they can take that city. Yeah.
Okay. So then for commanders, he'll take you out into the he'll have them brought in and introduced to you. Um, so let me just show these to you real quick. So show, 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 and show. So these are his 4 loyal commanders, and then there's also Bruno here, who is the commander of those cavalry, and he hasn't been able to sway him, so he's on the list.
Okay. As soon as the loyalists are inside, I hell sight them just to be sure.
Hmm. Yeah, none of them are illusioned,
All right. Good.
and they'll council of war with you and coordinate.
Okay.
So yeah, so you should see under Vileplanche there's a Blanchard household folder and a militia commanders folder,
Excellent.
just to
Excellent.
help keep things organized here.
Like how the
Uh,
Pike and Shot Company. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a battle axe for whatever reason for that.
Well, because he's the commander. He doesn't need
Yeah,
a pike.
he doesn't need a pike. He's in charge. If somebody gets to him, then he's fighting one-on-one. He's like standing in the middle of the square. Okay, so that is you guys. Successful negotiation all around. Then let's go ahead and cut to Minx and Aerith upstairs.
The
So,
Babysitters Club.
Julien leads you into the drawing room. With Gabriel and the two of you. And Gabriel just looks around and says, I'm bored. Why are we up this early? I want to go back to bed.
Well, there is no reason you really have to be up at this point. But I suspect since your parents have you awake, it is more difficult to go back to sleep than it is to just remain awake and learn things. Forbidden things.
Hmm.
No.
What?
Fucking
Forbidden
hell.
things.
Hey, you're in the presence of a bona fide pirate, and
Pirate? Cool.
Beyond that, there is something I must ask of you, since clearly you two are from a family that seeks power. Do you know what the truest form of power is?
Uh,
Knowledge. Knowledge is the truest form of power. And do you know what the best form of knowledge is?
you sound like
That.
Abe. You,
Here's the
Juliet.
trick to it, though. Here's the trick. To learn what your parents tell you you aren't supposed to learn. Because when you learn what they say you can't, then you are learning things that they are afraid of.
You sound like Abraham, says Julian.
Who is this
Mr.
Abraham?
He's my tutor. He teaches me magic. It's
Hey,
fine,
what?
I guess.
No, hold up. You do you do magic, dear? What kind of magic do you do?
Just a little bit of wizardry, you know. You can make lights and things. She waves her hand and pops up a dancing light.
Aerith grins.
I've been practicing this one.
Oh, it's really good. You've done really well.
Thanks. I mean, I do practice, but I really wish that I had, you know, Mr. Bissett is pretty he's a little bit intense, you know.
I had a teacher like that once. What are you
Uh,
good at, Gabriel? What do you specialize in?
oh, I like hitting things with swords.
Also very good.
Where I come from, they have a whole thing with this, where they hit you with sticks, and then bigger sticks. It's much hitting with sticks. I think you would like this.
Ooh, that does sound fun. Can we go?
Well, at some point, for sure. But
That
I
doesn't let us leave town.
the
Yes,
times they are changing. You are no doubt becoming adults soon enough. How old are you anyway?
I'm 12, says Gabriel. Julian kind of rolls her eyes. I mean, I'm 16. I'm basically an adult already.
Hey, I agree.
Basically, you're definitely an adult. 16 is more than old enough for conscription. In fact, 13 is old enough.
All right. Well, they don't need to worry about conscription.
That's
But
right, because they are much more important people.
aye. So, Julian, what kind of magic do you want to do in as you age? Like, what do you want to be?
Uh, I mean, I really hadn't thought about it. I'm just kind of learning the basics.
Aye.
Um, why do you ask? Do you do magic? She
A
kind of looks up.
flavor of magic.
She looks you up and down in your guard uniform. It's like, you don't look like a magic person.
She'll pull off her helm.
Oh, you're blue.
I am blue and my hair moves like water.
Uh,
It's the
that's
she leans in and she's like, "That's what happens when you get blessed by a god to be a pirate. It's meant to be. I belong to the sea."
Gabriel's eyes are wide with amazement. It's like, I want to be a pirate.
Right? Well, I could show you how to be a pirate. It's easy.
Do I get to be blue too?
Well, probably not, but we could probably find you blue garb. You could wear blue, or we could paint you blue, or we could figure out how to turn
Yeah,
you
yeah,
blue.
let's paint me blue. That sounds like a great idea. I'm
Aye.
12.
Aye, that sounds like a perfect plan.
Julianne is definitely rolling her eyes very hard.
Aye, but
Like,
to answer your
Gabriel, you can't be a
question,
pirate.
why can't he? Anyone could be
Well,
a pirate.
he just, it's, it, I don't, I don't think anybody can be a pirate. You're not supposed to be a pirate.
Oh, I mean, isn't that the fun of being a pirate?
Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
And to answer your question, Julian, I also do magic. And I cast thaumaturgy. And
what do you do with it? Yeah.
I mean, it can make sounds, so you could just make it go, like if that's what you wanted to do.
You could make it sing the pirate song, the do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Yes, exactly that.
Yar har fiddly dee.
Yeah, and Gabriel is immediately dancing and singing along with the words and running around. And Julian's just like, stop, 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 stop. That'll hear you. He'll get real mad.
I think your dad's a little busy at the moment. I don't think he'll worry about it too much.
Really, we're just here to let you know that the life of adventure is not far away.
I mean, are you guys anyway? Like, I didn't
We,
think that any of like noble in the empire would have a pirate in their retinue.
but that is the whole point. I mentioned how knowledge is power and forbidden knowledge is the most wonderful kind that there is. The really smart people surround themselves with all sorts of characters who know things that they might not know so that everyone around you can help you achieve your goals.
All right, lizard man, says Julianne. Impress me then.
Oh?
How would you like for me to impress you?
Hmm. Well, can you play that piano?
I very certainly can. Yep. And he will set about playing the piano.
Okay. Performance check.
What
I
is
don't
a
know if I.
pano but a less squishy accordion?
Do I get? I don't think I get advantage, do I? It's just a normal roll, unless I'm doing something special.
Yeah, unless somebody does something to help you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just be
You
doing
could give
normal.
yourself inspiration, or
Arif can literally do thaumaturgy to make sounds to complement it.
Yep.
Or
There, okay.
sing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
sure.
You can do
You can
auto
start
tune on
playing.
the piano.
You can start playing along to the pirate song that she's playing with thaumaturgy.
There you go. So I got thankfully advantage on that one. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, so you see, Julianne appears to be begrudgingly impressed. It's like, okay, I mean, so you can play a piano. But what good is that really?
But is not music a form of celebration? And is not celebration the way to connect with people? And once you connect with people, you can achieve many, many things beyond what one individual can.
You can achieve mighty, mighty communism.
He hasn't gone that far yet. He hasn't used the C word.
I suppose that makes sense.
Outside of magic, Julian, what do you like to do?
Oh, I mean, we've got a pretty expansive library of books that I like to read.
That is very much the sort of thing a wise person chooses to be enamored with. But within the reading, What kinds of stories do you like?
Hmm. I mean, I like the history books. There's something about it just being something that actually happened that makes it feel that much more impressive, you know? Like a work of fiction, you know, they can make whatever they want happen. But with history, somebody had to go out and make it real.
This is especially true. Especially since there is a very certain kind of history that when you learn this type of history, you can in fact begin to predict the future itself by looking at what has led to it.
Hmm. What? I'm well. Let's. Mr. Brissett did say that I was particularly good at divination magic. Is that what you're talking about?
Ah, but this goes beyond magic. It is something that one can spend a lifetime to understand, and only a so small handful of people will be able to truly parse, whereas divination magic is spread far and wide. This is a form of economics.
Economics. That sounds like something Dad would do.
Ah, but this is no ordinary form of economics. I suppose you're not ready for the full theory, but I think you might be advanced enough to understand the basics.
Oh, please don't patronize me.
So think about it
I
this
remind you,
way.
I am 16. I know a lot of things. I'm smart.
Like,
I can
of
do
course you
magic.
do. You're an
And
adult,
she
and
pops
you
up
can do magic.
a couple more dancing lines. She's like, "Look, I can do magic just like you
Mm,
guys."
right, of
It,
Well,
course.
I guess just you, 'cause you haven't really done any magic. You just played the piano.
That's true. I haven't used my magic yet, but that is because I like to save it.
Right, you said you like history. Well, just thinking
Yep.
about it this way, Julian. You meeting us today probably has a great impact on a book they're going to write in the future.
What, do you know this economics that your friend here knows?
I know, I afraid not. I'm a pirate, darling. But there's something happening, and your name or names, but we're focusing on you in the moment. But your name could potentially be in that book in the future, just because something's big. It's big. It's a big
Hmm.
world out there.
That would be pretty cool.
Hey, wouldn't it?
Which is why I have come prepared for just such an occasion. And Minx would provide two pamphlets, one for Julien, that's like because he's the literal propaganda,
Yeah,
poster
minister. Yeah.
child. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has one pamphlet that is geared for kind of like the people who are first semester kind of college students who don't quite understand what's the true nature of things. You basically have like a pamphlet of like how economics can predict the future, which is not at all full communist, but it's beginning to nudge people, certain
Laying
key.
the groundwork for the
Yeah,
dialectic.
exactly. You know where I'm going with this.
Hmm.
Whereas for the younger brother, I'm pretty sure he would just have a pamphlet that's how to hit things more better with friends.
Taking drugs is fun, but you know what's even better? Taking the means of production.
Gabriel, do you like stories, lad?
I mean, sometimes, yeah. Mom sometimes reads us stories, or
Do you like
we.
stories of kings and such?
Or how about stories about pirate ships?
Ooh,
And
yeah, I
Ming
love pirates.
will use minor illusion to create like a floating pirate ship looking thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make the sound of the waves.
Cool. Can we go on? If you're a pirate, can we go on your ship?
Aye, actually, we could probably do it. We could figure it out. There's not a lot of water here, but my ship's not too far
I'm a
away.
land pirate.
No, her ship's at Noctum.
But beyond this,
Yeah.
we will have to find a way to convince your parents to let us expand your horizons to the world beyond.
Hmm.
It is.
How are we ever going to get our parents to allow us to leave?
Cool. I
Well,
It's
it,
very unlikely.
Economics.
it would be pretty cool to be able to go traveling and see the world. You know, because we are 16 and 12, so like we want to go out and see the world. You know, establish ourselves as our own people, separate from our parents.
Very succinctly
What are
put.
going to tell them?
Did I not pay enough
We're very
attention? You
self-aware
guys, you
children.
guys decided to do a fucking kidnapping plot. What?
No,
It's-
that's the other
You're a
campaign.
bit too busy
It's more like a hostage situation.
doing a
Yeah.
whole adventure story, like drawn
Also,
out at the
look
top
up.
of the map.
What is
Having fun
happening
over
up
here.
there?
Many things, none of which are
Not
good.
in time.
You let us, you
Then
you
let's
let
talk
a Slaneshi by himself with his thoughts.
This is why.
Quiet
this
offense,
is why I took
Slanesh.
illusion.
She'd actually not propaganda levels, but she if they both were down for stories and with Minx's help, she would probably tell the story of just like her pirating days, some pirate tales, keeping it
Yeah,
a little more PG.
sure.
And
Uh,
then
yeah.
probably about like a little bit about Asarius. Like those are
Okay.
incredibly like
So
crazy stories.
yeah, Gabriel is hooked. He is totally 100% engaged, listening to you, asking questions, getting excited at all the right parts. Julien is playing it a little more cool, uh, and you know, body language kind of closed off, but she is paying attention and listening, uh, but trying to play it cool. You know how teenagers are.
Oh yeah. But yeah, she talks about the man who had nothing and is now a king, and like the man who is all like on his way to become a god. Like
Mm-hmm.
she is weaving these tales with the help
Mm-hmm.
of Minx.
And
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is just promise the man who's about to become a god tacos.
It's burritos. But all right.
You would know as the high priestess.
Taquitos.
And you too can
Takis.
become a favorite of Kialandi for only 12 easy payments of $16.99.
No, I would never. She wants people to choose him on their own. She'll tell them about, but that's all on them.
Mm-hmm.
Free will and all that, or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you.
Speaking of free will, where's Elijah? Because the boy doesn't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah. So Elijah, you come in at this moment.
And there's waves crashing. There's a ship. There's a whole thing. There's a whole lot happening in this room.
We leave the two of you alone with children for 5 minutes and you join them. Boy, pack your things. You're coming with us. You're going to be a
Oh,
squire, and you're going to learn how to kill people with swords. Congratulations. And just the
uh,
driest voice.
could I be a pirate instead?
Hey, you can be a pirate, but don't tell your dad.
Woohoo! Hey, how come he gets to leave?
You want to come?
I mean, yeah.
I
Pack
may
See the
your
want
world,
to
adventure.
change.
Pack your things, meet me at the western window in 20 minutes.
I will definitely take both kids. Are you kidding me? You're
I
worried
don't
about
think
your
we need-
legacy? I got it by the neck.
I don't think we need to be so clandestine. I think we can certainly arrange for her to follow in along with her brother to keep an eye on him and learn many things about the world. Many things that her tutor has failed to teach her so far.
If
But I
their
tell you,
upstanding path does not work, meet me at the western window in 20 minutes. But first, I guess, ask your father or whatever. And he's gonna go back downstairs.
Oh, he's gonna say no.
Then, yeah, she's gonna meet me by the western window in 20
Not
minutes.
to us, he's
She-
not. Not to us, he's not going to say no.
Yeah,
I mean,
get downstairs.
Elijah. After that intimidation check, if Elijah comes down and just dryly says, "Well, we're taking your daughter too," like, what's he gonna
Yeah,
do
so
about it?
Elijah, you
No,
go
my
downstairs. What do you
yeah,
say?
your daughter has decided she wants to go as well to be with her brother. We'll be going with her. Thank you for your time. And he sits down.
Uh, he kind of says, "This wasn't part of the deal."
This wasn't our idea.
That's
I
we do
I
not
have
mind.
altered the deal.
We
Pray I don't alter it again.
Thank you.
we do not mind
Thank
doing
you.
we do not mind doing you an additional favor by tutoring another one of your children. It's no problem at all. Don't worry about it. You don't owe us anything additional for it.
You are. He kind of grits his teeth and says, "You're so very gracious."
Smiles at him.
I can't believe we now have 2 children to look at.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Just kidnapping now.
This is just a lot more planned out version of the other
I'm
campaign.
I'm
That's true.
curious as to how you guys are gonna cart these children around with you.
Elijah,
If
you
they
can.
die, I'll just bring them back to life.
Mix's plan is really just escort them back and then hand them over, for the girl at least, to the Marines for further dialectic training.
Persistence would. Well, if that's Minx's plan, that's fine. Persistence is not letting the hostages out of Kaime. That's not happening. We can discuss that later, though. But
But
in
the
order to
elves
get
are
him,
there.
like the one boy is small. We can fit him in the carriage, and then Elijah can ride on the bottom of the carriage. Like, that's not even an issue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. And also, when I said 8, it's 8 comfortably, right?
Yeah.
They're small children. They could sit in between if you wanted to squeeze. But if you want to make Elijah ride on the bottom, you can also do that. He might
Yeah.
enjoy that.
I imagine. Oh God.
He might.
Yeah.
He likes that kind of thing.
Just every now and then we pass a horse and it just gets its ankle slashed. Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
So
at the series
yeah.
finale, oh my God, there's more.
I don't even know what's going on up there.
It's a
So
Bankai
Cell,
fight. How could you
you
not?
took the cart out to the market. What are you looking for buying things?
I send a letter to Jack. Hey Jack, what do you want from the market? And then that appears in your head. I'm gonna write it again if you don't respond. Hello, Jack. Just me again. What do you want? Anything from the market?
I really should have
Hello,
let him
Jack.
put persistence in the book instead of rack.
Looking for anything from
We.
the market? Jack. Jack, I know you're
Oh
there.
my God.
Jack.
Tell us we're a little bit busy at the moment. Just
Jack, this is important. What do
supplies,
you want?
rations.
Jack, please.
Was that Tentalis?
Supplies,
Jesus
rations, food.
Christ.
Oh, here, no, I actually have a list, and it's like all these like different, all the stuff that we served to the pirate that we ran out of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just like especially citrus things,
Mm-hmm.
and then some spices, and then like a few of ingredients that Elijah couldn't find in Kaime for his poisons and such.
Mm-hmm.
Just pass
Okay.
that note over. It's like, oh yes, I was planning to
Ooh.
go on our way out, but if he's there now,
Yeah, let me know what he finds for poisons, cause like, appreciate it.
Okay. So how are you gonna go about? I guess Persistence has asked you to buy food, drugs, and poison.
What is the heart of an Esper? Okay. I get off my let's see here. Well, I park outside the market. I think this is how this works. And I go into the market.
Okay. I don't have a map for the market, so we'll
I
go
leave
here
Frederick to
instead.
guard. Alright, I'm going
Okay.
down here. And I take Doug with me.
Okay.
And
You see, people are.
I'm gonna look if there's anybody like if anybody with colored rugs or something, and they got a turban on their head. I don't know what society this is.
I mean, there's all sorts of people in stalls and with there's shops. People calling out just like, fish, fresh fish from the lake, caught this morning, or it's like oranges, get your oranges harvested from the groves just yesterday, that
Oranges
kind of
are
thing.
food. Hello, sir. I would like a dozen of your
Uh,
finest blood oranges.
um, uh, yes, of course.
I have coin in exchange for fruit.
Yes, of course. Here.
I run a finger across my fingers like Jack did when he took the thing out and he had a skeleton fingers. I don't know why this image came on my head, but I'm doing that with the coins.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, from Pirates of the
I'm just
Caribbean, the
dancing the
original
coin
one.
around.
Yeah, and it's just
It's
like,
money.
that that won't be necessary. Here, just take this barrel. Just take it.
3 oranges, your lord and master appreciate your service.
I can tell that you work for somebody very important, so have it with our compliments. If you could please move along.
I breathe on the coin and I cast minor illusion on it, and it glows green, and I give it to him. A tip for your generosity.
Uh, you're too kind, sir. Um, uh,
He definitely thinks
yes.
that coin is cursed.
He takes
Let's see
it
what
with
else can I do?
the
Let's
I'm
see
handkerchief.
not
here.
sure it's not cursed.
I I I I guess Mage Hand is visible, but if it could be invisible, I wanted to make the coin float into his hand.
Yeah, he has like a rag that he puts out on top of his hand so he doesn't touch the coin directly.
Let's see, what else can I do? Create harmless sensory effects. Can I make noise? Okay, this lasts for a while. Okay, a non-magical technique with an illusionary image on it. Oh, I'll just put the Dumat crest on that. Let's see here. I thought I could make noise with this thing. I'm gonna make and just like just noises in his head. I don't know.
Like, thank you, sir. I think we're closed for the day now. Uh, and he puts the tent flap down, and you hear some scurrying in the back as he leaves.
Well, let's see here. Doug, let's put this barrel on your back. It's gonna carry
Uh,
a barrel of oranges.
yep, he's
Oh,
got a barrel
right.
of oranges.
I straighten up. Oh, crank, crank, crick, crick, crick. Let's see here. What is this poison? Where could I find the poison? Sir, do you know where I can find toxins?
Ah, what are you?
I hold out a piece of paper. I need the blood of a nega cobra.
You must be a construct of some of those necroequestrians or something. I didn't need this today. Um, Toxins, you say? Well, it's probably the apothecary. It's down the street on your left.
Good to meet you.
Uh, yeah, sure, whatever.
All
And
right, we
he
go to the
leaves.
apothecary
Okay.
or the
Uh,
alchemist.
yeah. I
All
mean,
right,
yeah. It's
I
got
knock
a
on the
little
door.
sign on the front. It's just like a open shop. There, you see somebody inside who leans out over the counter and sees you, and they duck under the counter.
Hello, sir, and I make the sound of my feet sound louder than they should as I
As
walk in.
hmm
I need the last tier of an ooze.
You won't find any ooze ingredients here.
Okay, how about some wyvern's kiss.
Yeah, over there. The second shelf from the left on the bottom. Yes, that jar there.
I turn my head completely around. Oh, yes, over there. And I turn my waist completely around, and then finally my legs. I don't know.
You
I don't know if I
hear
can physically do this, but I'm gonna do it.
you hear some stifled gagging.
All right.
And there's the ingredients in the shelf just where he indicated.
Do you have a fresh rat?
Fresh rat? No, but I mean the sewers are rife with them. Sometimes people they get so big they have to hire adventurers to go down and kill them.
You have sewers in this town. How quaint. Thank you. How much for this noble potency?
That'll be uh, 5 silver for a sprig.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then so I only have 4. Let's see here.
That's fine. That's fine. Just take it. I'll give you the friendly new customer discount. Is that all
No,
you needed?
no, I owe you something. Let's see here. What do I have in
I
here?
I can make change if you want, and you see from behind the counter he throws 5 silver at you.
One of the more
Wait,
expensive poisons that he's paying you to take it.
wait. I have a half drunken bottle of wine. Here you go.
Yeah, sure, that works. Cool.
All right. Here you go, Doug. To the sewers. And I crawl into the sewers.
Okay.
Doug, wait here. I don't think you can fit down here. You have a barrel on your back.
By the way, just so you know, that bottle of wine might have assassin's blood in it. Possibly.
Oh, he's not
Maybe.
drinking it.
It is my vote that Telos
you-
is in charge of all of our shopping needs from now on.
Right, that's a
Yeah,
1200 gold potion that he just picked up.
this
Cool.
this this can be like an adventure in of itself, a campaign all of its own of just Tenless's shopping experiences.
All
Great.
right, what's in the sewer?
So you go down into the sewer, and it is, as the guy said, rife with rats.
I
So
look
with
for a
your,
nice plump one.
you crawl through the sewers, and you see a nice plump one on the other side. But just as you are about to shoot it, you hear someone approaching from off to the side.
Oh, I don't wish to shoot it. I'm gonna cast Charm Monster on it.
Oh, okay. Uh, Let me bring
I
up the
don't know
statistics
how
for
I.
a rat.
This one has 2 tails. Very valuable.
It's a wisdom save, right? They have 10 wisdom? Okay.
It's a rat. That they use that for census. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. Crawl in my shirts.
Squeak, 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 squeak. It just climbs up into your shirt.
Oh, this one might be a mother. An excellent value. What's that noise?
Oh God.
That's why I wanted a
Yes.
pump one. All right, I
Here.
crawl through the sewers.
Okay,
Here's a
hang on. Let
stealth
me.
roll if it's needed.
Yeah.
Actually, this isn't my mithril plate. This stuff might be noisy. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I'm wearing right now.
I'd
Actually,
say
maybe I
they
might as
could.
well take lighter armor and just like do the stealth.
I'd assume that you could. They worked it into
I have to
your.
look through the
Yeah.
tables. Yeah.
Uh, what's this? This feels too big.
Looking for a sewer map.
Yeah, looking for a super map.
Let's see here.
Uh,
A breastplate. I can just take a normal breastplate. Chain shirt apparently doesn't have disadvantage, but
Hmm.
scale does. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I just want like a little sewer.
Also, I
Sure.
remembered what I actually. Oh yeah, you know, there's some spell reagents I just like decided to add and just took it out of the party's value, but I guess I could also have bought those. They asked for some weird ones. I just assumed I had them. But yeah, some of my summoning spells, I
Mhm.
needed like an undead eyeball and a gem.
Oh yeah.
Actually, to summon my like my slad, I need like a preserved tentacle and like in a vial or something. I think you'd harass him for that again. I don't know. Anyways,
We're uploading a map. Give me a moment.
I should see what reagents I need for next level, but I think it's too late for that.
There it goes. It's not that big a sewer. What's that? All right, that works. Just the size. Two, seven. So let me view here, and I think there is a sewer like background noise. This one.
Another Mission Impossible theme.
But in the minor key.
There we go.
Oh
It's got like
wait, if it's a
dripping and
sewer
stuff.
theme, then it's just the underground level of Rio.
Here we go. So go ahead and place yourself in there.
That's a really nice
It makes
sewer.
me feel like a Fallout 2 map or something. Let's see here. Oh, here it is.
Everyone knows that that's from Elder Scrolls Daggerfall.
Never played it.
So let's see. So you see two fellows walking through the sewers, and they're discussing. Let's see, you're just like hiding in that grove there,
Oh, are they above me?
or the
Or
groove.
I
They're
I just
they're above you if you're down there. Yeah.
yeah, I guess I was looking for rats, so I have to be down here, right?
Yep.
So I'll just crawl around. I'll have to make sure my little baby is safe.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, and you rolled a okay.
Not good. Could be better.
Uh, they're talking. You hear them voices talking, and they're saying to each other something like, "Did you see that guy? I crushed that uh, uh, that slave's rib cage. That was good. Uh, won't see something like that again for a while. Wait, you hear something?" And they stop and start looking around.
As I hear that, I will cast just in case. I'm gonna put Armor of Agathis on myself, and that'll be my last spell slot.
Hmm. It's just like, what?
And I'll slowly crawl out of the trench like the girl from the Grudge.
What the hell is that? All right, time to roll some initiative.
Wait, hello. Oh, I put the rat down. Stay, hide.
What the hell are you? What the hell is that?
Hello, I am just looking for rats for my master.
Uh,
I hold out a hand. Nice to meet you.
make a persuasion.
Could be better.
You see, they are still off put, but less so. Uh, they're still on guard, but and wary, but they don't necessarily see you as an immediate threat. It's like, who is it that you serve?
I am a servant to the noble house Dumont, and I am on a mission to collect rats. My little ratties.
House Dumont is here? What are they doing here?
We
Aren't they?
just
Shit.
love to visit the countryside.
Oh shit.
Um, hmm.
I rustle around in a pouch. Do you like smoked meat? And I hold out some jerky.
Uh, hmm. You see the guy with the pugilist thinks for a minute. It's like, well, I am kind of hungry, and his friend stops. There's like, hey, no, you should know better than that. It's like, oh yeah, probably.
I
Uh,
made it a few days ago. It's not bad. Though you won't hurt my feelings, I'm sorry someone so lowly as me can only do so little.
hmm. And they kind of look at each other. Both of them are kind of unsure what to do. And the guy in the robe is gonna step forward. So, tell me, friend, do you enjoy working for your master?
It is my purpose in this plane.
Hmm. Well, he seems pretty committed. Um,
Who do you serve? I wish to know.
oh, that's not really important. We're talking
But
about you.
it would please me so much. I know
Hmm.
so little, and what I can find out, I appreciate with most joy.
Uh, well, I mean, bet he'd be good in the ring, right? Yeah, probably. Um, well, you see, we're part of a little secret club, you could say, like a fight club. You interested?
Oh, oh, I, I may get in trouble. They won't expect me back for a
First
while.
Toodles kill him.
Will I find more rats? It will be a good excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I will do it for rats. Maybe a cockroach too?
I'm sure there'll be plenty of rats and cockroaches there on the way.
Maybe the creature with little legs, a lot of legs, those little centipedes, the little shoes.
Hmm.
They tickle your face. It is most enjoyable.
Why don't you come with us?
Oh, I am excited to experience what you may have.
Okay. And with
Where are we going?
none of them talked to him,
None of us
separated from
talk
the
to him.
party, in the sewers, going off with strangers. I think we'll end on that note.
I tell Doug
Shit.
telepathically. Actually, I might be too far away to take the oranges back.
So he's just gonna stand there with a crate of oranges at the entrance to the sewers.
For at least 24 hours.
No, those.
Yeah, and then he'll
and
wander off.
go
No more
feral.
oranges.
No, we need those oranges.
I'm glad that the stakes are appropriately high.
Well, I
That,
think the real stakes is I have that poison, but yeah. Those oranges might be really good.
Yeah, I think that's good for tonight. And we'll find out where they're taking Mr. Nenolus Toctum next week.
My beard drags
no.
through the water. It's musty.
I just want to see what happens to him. That's why we should never let Tennis go alone.
I didn't want him with the meeting, though. I didn't think Thur
Yeah.
was
I
going to do
understand. I
this.
said we needed to split the party, but I honestly feel that we split this party wrong.
I didn't expect Thur to do
We
this.
left
That's my
him
fault. I thought that the
alone.
surprise was going to be with the meeting, not with the shopping.
I didn't know a town like this could have such a lovely sewer.
Why does it have a steampunk sewer?
That's because it's what I found. Maybe it's built on top of something else that's older.
Dude, we're going to find
More
Father
ancient.
down here from Full Metal Alchemist. He's
Oh,
gonna be in
no.
his fucking throne of pipes.
Oh no.
He's actually a vampire lord. He's just got multiple pipes. All the sewage drains into him.
Harry.
He's a vampire that feeds off piss.
Alright, well, that's,
He drank the blood of an Ontagon or whatever those things are called, and he loves to eat waste now.
well, I think on that note we're good for the night, right, Thur?
Yep.
Alright.